Hi, Timothy Unkert here from unkertmedia.com. In this video, what I want to do is review some data types in Python. I've been reviewing Python lately, so I figured why not make a video on that. So, first thing we're going to talk about is just integers. So, if I want to print out an integer here, I can do that. I'm going to get 45 when it prints out. By the way, I am using PyCharm for this, so if you want to follow along, it's the PyCharm community, the free version, if you want to follow along exactly with this tutorial. Okay, so we want to see what type 45 is. So I can wrap this in the type function and then print out the type, and we see we get the class of integer. Okay, so we have integers. Another type that we have is booleans. So if I print out the type of true and run it, you see we get the class bool, which stands for boolean. I could also print out the class false, run that, and we're going to get class boolean again. Okay. All right. For numbers, if I want to print out, say, a number with decimal points, so 3.14, that's a float. Okay, you can see down here that we have a class of float. Another interesting type of number, if I do a number like this, 4 plus 2j, and I print this out, I get the class of complex. So for those who are familiar with pre-calculus or calculus, know about complex numbers, that's also something that you can use in Python. Okay, we can also do different types. So if so this type function, we have these two parentheses here, and we pass in the data type. So if I pass in two curly braces like that and say 1, 2, 3, and I print this, we're going to get the class of set. Okay, so that's a different type. Okay, likewise, we can keep the curly brackets, but we can, let's say we have a key of name with a value of Tim, and then a key of age with a value of 45, and a key of height with a value of, let's say, 71 for inches here. And we print this out, we're going to get class and then DICT, which stands for dictionary. Okay, so that's another type in Python. Okay, we could also do something. This is an interesting type. So if we say something like my set equals, and then we'll do within curly braces 1, 2, 3, and then here, get rid of this stuff, and we will actually let's give this f underscore set. You'll see why I'm doing that in a moment. And then we do frozen set and do my set here, and then we print the type of f set, and we run this. We're going to get the class of frozen set, the type frozen set. This is an immutable set, so that means you cannot change it. Okay, so that's an interesting set I thought I'd throw in there. Let's get rid of this stuff, and let's create another variable. Let's call it my underscore tup, and we'll do in parentheses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we do the type of my tup, and we run this. We get tuple. Okay, so a tuple is something that cannot be changed. It's immutable. Okay. All right, let's create another variable up here. Let's call it name and set it equal to Tim. And then if I get rid of this stuff and print the type of name, okay, that's a string. Okay, so that's what the str stands for down here. It stands for string. Okay. We can also do another interesting type. We'll call it byte underscore name, and we'll set it equal to bytes, and then pass in name here, and then we'll do the type of byte name. There's one other thing we have to do when we do this. we do have to give it an encoding. So I'm going to give it UTF-8. Okay, so now when I run this, I get the class bytes. Okay, so that's another data type in Python you might not have heard of. Let's make another variable here. Let's call it spaceball underscore combination and set it equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll see what type that is. So we'll do the spaceball combination here, and we'll run this, and this is the class of list. Let's create another variable called byte combination and set it equal to a byte array, and we'll pass in the spaceball combination here, and then for this we'll pass in the type of byte combination. If I run this, we see we get a byte array, which makes sense because we passed spaceball combination into the byte array function. Okay, so we changed it to that. Okay, we could also do some more common types. So we could say something like x equals range 3, and then if we want to print x, so we'll print x. I'm going to just comment out this line for a moment. So we'll print x, and we see we get range 0 is the start, 3 is a stop, but actually in the range, it really goes 0, 1, 2. It goes one less than the top number. Now, if we uncomment this, and we go into here, and we print the type of x, we see we get the type range. See, it says class range here. Let me get rid of that. So class range, okay. We could also have, let's set a variable here. Let's call it b, set it equal to none. We'll print b first and comment this out and run it. And we see we get none, okay. So let's now uncomment this and let's print the type of b. And I'm actually going to go up here. Let's comment out this line before I run it. So we're going to print the type of b, and we see we get a type of none type, okay. And I think that's it for this video. This is just a quick review of data types. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, could you please give it a like and share it with like-minded people, as it will help get out to more people. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.